The Welsh name for Swansea is Abertawe, which means the mouth or estuary of the River Towy. Right, for this little trip I've come to Swansea and I'm parked right on the edge of town in a car park right next to the marina. And it's also next to Sainsbury's, where I'm going to go and do a bit of shopping. I only intend to be away for one night, so I don't need very much, but had a little substance for tonight. But I think for a meal tonight I might walk into the old dockyard area, see if I can find a restaurant there. Should be quite nice. Quite a pleasant little stroll along to Sainsbury's. Obviously doing a lot of development work along here, and looks like a cafe or a bar over there. All look quite nice, or will do. Well, that's the shopping done, and now I'll take a walk back to the van, dump that in there and go and have a stroll. And behind me you can see the marina. It's a big one, and the van is just over there. Very close. Have a little bit of waterborne entertainment on the way back. Be funny if they caught a crab. More like an eel in this river, I think. Now, there's been a lot of changes in these docks since I was here. So I don't know whether those are actually the gates that were on the lock, but 63 years ago I steered the ship I was on through those locks on a very dark and windy night, and then I think it was that we made a tight turn and came into this lock and up into the top basin there. Now we have some action because the lock gates are opening and something's going to go through by the look of it. Now I've just been up into the control tower there to ask if they knew what had happened when they reconfigured the lock and put new lock gates on, because those gaps aren't wide enough for the ship I was on. And I think these columns, these piers that are out here, and another one over there, they've probably been put on since, so that the curved lock gates can fit into them. That's why the lock gate opened, that boat coming through. And there's another one following it. And there's the launching machine, which travels out on these two piers here and lowers the boat into the water. And there's certainly plenty of boats here. And that one there looks to me like a Colwick Watson, the same size that I used to have, but I think mine was in slightly better condition than that one. I had fiberglass top superstructure as well. That's got all wood. And from that lock, or that lock over there on this basin, the docks continued up that way. Now all residential and marina style. Well, I had hoped to get into the museum, but it's the sign here, have you booked your free entry ticket? And it's pre-booked visits only. In the meantime, we just had to satisfy ourselves looking at a battered old tug and the Helwick lightship. And that building there is the tallest one in Swansea, and I believe, I understand, there's a restaurant at the top. You get some good views from up there. I think I've walked far enough and need refuelling, so I've stopped to have that. And surprise, surprise, 7% alcohol. So I hope I can walk back all right. Well, it tastes really good, and it's from the Gower brewery. And when I read that, I had to laugh because it's a hot day, and this is the rosy red winter warmer. The bottom line, just the best drunk in front of a cosy fire. Look at the day. Look, there's the sun. There's the rosy fire. Well, apart from beer, they also sell ice cream from Gower and coffee from Gower. It might not be the prettiest of wild campsites I've ever used. But when you consider that I arrived here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it's cost me £2 until midnight, and I don't have to pay again until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm not going to complain. And as for pirates attacking during the night, the starboard side is protected by this fence that I've parked very, very close to, so I've only got to worry about the port side, the bow and the stern. And in that eventuality, I have my electrical powered mosquito fly swat, which says quite clearly, warning, this is not a toy. I'll just tell the pirates that and they'll be off. Well, it was far too hot to think about going out for a meal, so I made a snack out of the stuff that I bought in Sainsbury's, and I'm going to take a walk across the bridge to that bar and spread a little health, wealth and happiness to the bar owners. This is a bridge I'm going to go over. Must be some sort of trend or something. They're not building bridges straight these days. Look, that's got a bend in it, and one arch, or one column holding the whole thing up. Suspension bridge. And I've arrived, and it's called the River House Lounge and Restaurant. And this time I'm having a bottle of Punk IPA. Quite nice actually. Well, that was a very pleasant little interlude. Now back to the van and gaze upon all the boats that are not getting used. What a shame. Look at the birds down there. Well, I'm going to have a very early night in the car park and see if I can wake up early enough to have a mooch around the city centre before I head off to the Mumbles and the Gower, where they make beer and ice cream and coffee. Anyway, it's obviously a very industrious place. But it was also the first area of outstanding natural beauty in the UK, and it was designated as such in 1956. So, and it is a lovely place. I've been there a few times before, and it is a really lovely area. But I don't know whether I'm going to be able to walk to the best places, because it does require some walking. But anyway, I'm going to say good night, and I hope that you'll come back and join me for my adventure tomorrow. Okay, so good night everybody, and thanks for watching.